Hello, this is Grant. Going to be doing episode 7. We're going to be taking on the Convicts and taking Sophie back to the security room. So I think the Convicts have quite the reputation as being really annoying. Probably stems from the fact that you have to go through the park until you get Adam the Clown, in which case you can use the shortcut, which I think a lot of people either don't know about or can't kill him. Also, even if you do kill them, they respawn every night at midnight. On the bright side, if you kill them, you can take their car, which isn't incredibly helpful, but you can also take the gun, which is actually what we're going to do. The gun's incredibly powerful, it's behind that wall of having to deal with the convicts. So, basically the best way to deal with them is to kill them as soon as you encounter them on the first day. I think they appear 5 or 6 in the park. So I'm going to grab a skateboard just so we can move things along. I try to always have one on me, but you only can do so much when you're a low level. I think at this point I'm still playing with my other controller, which I need to open up and clean. Hence all the rolls. It has some issue with when I hold forward, it'll turn off and on and not sense it, so it interprets that as a double tap and makes me roll everywhere. It's pretty annoying.
Looks like we found our next contestant. We're gonna take out that dude and snatch his old lady.
I wish more things happen in the park. Really, like, it's such a big space and it has some interesting things, but really, I think because of the convicts and them being there every day, that nothing else really can happen there. I mean, if the convicts are driving around, you can't have another psychopath or something. Plus, it makes so much of the park just uninteresting and unusable because you have to deal with them every time. Here, so basically the strategy is you run straight to the right here and they'll almost always get stuck when you're doing that opening cutscene. So, it's pretty easy to pick them off from there. Now, this is something I had not planned, but at 7 PM on the first day you get a cutscene, because at 7, all the zombies get stronger at night. Now, this kind of ruins my strategy. I wasn't sure if they're going to still be there, if they're going to respawn, if I'm going to be back at the beginning of the entrance. I have no idea what's going to happen, so I start really winging it from here. Luckily, we're still able to take it down. The stronger zombies at night is something it's easy to forget, other than when they play that cutscene. It's definitely a thing, like the zombies are faster, more aggressive, and there's more of them. But really until day 3, where there's a ton, you don't really feel the pressure of it being night. So here I use the camera to see if I can get a good eye on them. And I'm going to try and go and use the shotguns, but we'll see. I think I actually go and save Sophie first. There's another thing, I wasn't sure if she would actually go with you if you hadn't killed them. But I think you just go up and grab her. So that really you don't ever need to fight the convicts. But I did it mainly for the sake of all psychopaths in one run. I originally thought like maybe I should kill each psychopath, like each convict on each day. But I mean, I might. I kill them here and I kill them again the next day, but it'd be too much work. We'll see what happens though, because they're not that hard to beat if you have the right gear. It's just, it can be tedious. Like, I don't know, say you have to go find them. They're running around somewhere. Ideally, you want them to get stuck, but probably won't happen. Because the best is when you just get them stuck straight up on a tree and you can just shoot them. Or use a small chainsaw, but again, I don't know where they spawn. They just kind of go around. It's annoying. Luckily, Sophie's one of the handhold survivors, so we can make short work of this. So it's actually really important because we're going to be using her to get a erotic photo for Kent's challenge. And once you do that, you can just save it for all future runs. It makes it a lot easier. And since if you do save her, which it's pretty easy to, you can always get that photo very consistently. I don't know what's with her outfit. This is like stockings are a little bit too much to me. with plaid or whatever her stripes is. Too busy. I don't even think Frank's not even holding her hand. He's just kind of letting her grab his wrist. I really wish they upped the difficulty of these zombies. Really, I just ignore them for the majority of the run. There's some cases where they'll get you, but it's really rare to have a zombie death. I mean, they'll get the survivors and kind of weigh them down, but I think it's kind of a bad thing that you can just ignore the zombies in a zombie game. I think that's partly meant to be, like, they spawn enough where it can be comical and they can do all the stuff with Dead Rising they want without it being like a literal swarm, like Left 4 Dead style, but I made some coffee to go with recording this. It's quite enjoyable. So we're gonna go in here and take a left and find Sophie. Sometimes she'll sit so close to the door that when you open it, she'll get flung across the room. It's pretty silly, but it doesn't happen here. Basically, we just want to frame the photo. And we're looking for a 700 pp photo. And there we go. So now we're going to go into the picture viewer and save it. I also forgot to save the one earlier of the air duct, so I'm going to do that again.